And welcome to CAWcreations, a podcast about knitting and books I've read. Happy Victoria Day! It's the long weekend in Canada, so I'm taking this day off to spend a little time with you. It's been a little while, and it will be probably 6 weeks again before I record. I'm into a lot of, I'm busy, I work full time, and I'm getting a lot of patterns out, and that involves a lot of editing time, so I don't have time to edit these podcasts on top of it. I guess the administrati, I'm CAWcreations, cawcreations.org for my website with information on show notes. I have a group on Ravelry, CAWcreations. I'm Cheryl Can on Instagram and Ravelry, and I'm Cheryl Ann at cawcreations.org if you wish to email. So welcome back if you've been here before, and welcome if it's your first time visiting with me. First, I'm going to talk a little bit about a few projects I'm working on. I'll talk first about this new project. It's a surprise project, so I can't really show you the design until it's finished. But it's a new project with Fleece and Harmony in their Baby Boo. And I forget until I use Baby Boo again how soft it is. It's 100% lamb's wool. And wow, I just love it. I haven't even washed it yet. It's 100% wool, but with it being lamb's wool, it's so soft. And this is going to be a beautiful baby blanket in the Blankie colorway and the Cupcake. And I'm using US 5, no. Oh man. I'll put at the bottom what size needles I'm using for this. But it's a really sweet pattern. Thank you to Karen Shaw for giving me the pattern idea and letting me run with it. So that's one new project. Another new project, oh, and that's in my bag by Prairie Dye Creations. It's one of her Canada bags. And I picked this one because it has a lobster, and I'm from PEI, and lobster is a big thing, and my brother's a lobster fisherman. And on the back, oh, I guess on the front too, there's a fish here. We just ignore the Canada geese because I hate Canada geese. They're nasty, nasty, aggressive creatures. But I love the bag. The bag's well made with a really nice, it's a heavy kind of interfacing inside, so it sits up when you set it on the thing. So that's the bag that the blanket's in. My next project is in a bag by the Knitting Bag. And she makes amazing bags, Michelle. And this one is special for me. It's Wonder Woman, kaboom. And then on the inside, it has some female superhero pictures. And I just love it. And the zipper pull has a cute little sheep on it, a 3D printed sheep. I just love these bags. These are really well made. And there's a variety of different sizes that she has, and they're very reasonably priced. And she's a Canadian maker on Etsy, so it's called the Knitting Bag PEI. Yeah, so the project I'm working on here is with Fleece and Harmony's lightweight fingering. They have a 2-ply fingering and a light fingering. This is the light fingering. It's the newer fingering. And I'm trying to work out a little t-shirt pattern for it. So I'm just kind of playing with colors right now. I've got a color work kind of cartoon to go on the front of a sweater, but that's a surprise when it comes out. So right now I'm just working on gauging for the sweater and the ends that I want, the ribs. And I really love these colors. I'll have to look up the colorway names. I think the top is Tidal, and I can't remember what the teal is called, but I'll put it in the show notes. The nice thing about Fleece and Harmony is all their yarns have a little bit of lamb's wool in them, so they're really soft, and it's a Cordale mix. I can't remember what needle size I'm using here. Again, I'll put it below when I find out. Okay. I have two other projects to show you. Here's my new purchase from the knitting bag. She's making needle holders. You can get them through Fleece and Harmony, and they have little knitting needles in different colors and black, and then on the inside it's a white base with knitting needles, and then it's got knitting sheep for where you're putting your cords or your needles. So this is a really cute little knitting bag. I love how it folds up. And the thing I'm working on is the Binsey Shawl by Fiona Alice. I do have to block it. It will be perfect once I block it out, but I've got the front done here, and I'm halfway up the back of the sweater. I'm knitting this in Fleece and Harmony's signature yarn in quartz. And quartz, I can't get quartz to show up right. I don't have a grayscale card. If you want to see what quartz actually looks like, go to the Fleece and Harmony website, www.fleeceandharmony.com. Click on the yarns, and you'll be able to find quartz and see what the color looks like when you actually put it together. Sitting in another knitting bag. I've talked about this one before. This is the massive bag. It's holding an entire Afghan, and right now we've got 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 balls of Knit Picks Dishy in their 100% cotton. It's a worsted weight cotton, and I just love this bag. It's so nice and big to fit this project. You've seen this project before. I'm working a blanket. The blanket pattern's coming out in October in the knitting calendar, and I didn't get a ton done. I got another inch done since I saw you last, but it is getting big now, so I could cut it off sometime soon, but I've got so much dishy there, I'm going to keep going for a little while longer. So that's the Knit Picks Dishy. For those of you who have the CAWcreations knitting calendar, I need to apologize. The patterns for this month and for last month haven't been published yet. I've had a few issues. I'm upgrading. I've got the new Stitch Mastery program, and I'm trying to make things work so they look a little bit more professional. So I will get those out, I'm hoping, by the end of next weekend. I had hoped by the end of this weekend, but that's not happening, so it will be by the end of next weekend by the time I get those out. Okay, the next thing I want to talk about is a couple of prizes that I've received. So the knitting bag has donated a prize. It's one of these bags where you can kind of slip the bottom through here, and she's donated one, so I'm going to use it as a prize for the worsted weight socks knit along that we're doing, the year-long knit along. So the next quarterly drawing, you'll get one of these, and it's got the Prince Edward Island tartan on one side, and then the inside or the outside, depending, the reversible bags, has the Canada tartan. So the Canada tartan and the Prince Edward Island tartan. So she gave me one for me to keep and one to give away as a prize, so I'll be doing that. And also as part of that prize, I will be giving away one of these lovely multicolored pom-poms with the little elastic on them, and a lip balm. Chocolate mint lip balm from Knitting and Stitches. She had sent these. So this and the bag will go as a package to the winner on the worsted weight socks cal at the next quarter. Fleece and Harmony had their open house to announce their new colorways for the season. So I made some purchases. I bought some of their new, again, lightweight fingering weight yarn. And this is in the pansy color. And I also got the Forget-Me-Nots color. I couldn't decide between this and the Wildflower color, but the pansy and the Wildflower were pretty close, so I got this one. And then I got the Dawning colorway, and I'm going to make a shawl with those three colors. I think it'll look gorgeous. It's so soft and squishy. And then I'm going to also do a brioche sweater, and I'm hoping to do it, well, I'm planning to do it in bramble and then Mayflower. So I got the Mayflower. My friend had purchased the bramble, so we're going to start that. So I'm really, really excited about that. You have to go to Fleece and Harmony to see all the new colorways. They're really, really amazing. Okay, the recent book I finished was Into the Green. It's by Charles DeLint. I've been looking for it for years, and I found it at a secondhand bookstore. I was really excited to find it, and I got it one day, and I was finished by the next morning. I was so excited to get it. I loved the story. I loved Charles DeLint's writing. This is about losing magic in a community and how they need to protect it from a magical artifact that gets moved into the community. It's the characters, again, for me, that make the story. And these have strong characters who don't always make the best decisions, but do the best that they can at the time. It's a really, really good story. It can be a bit dark at times, but I was very excited to finally get to read it. It was published in '93, I think. Let me double check. Yeah, it was published in 1993, so it's a very old book, but it's a book I've been wanting to read for a while, so I was really pleased with that. So that's pretty much all that's been going on with me. I'm going to cut it off there. We've done a little bit of hiking around here, and my yard's starting to look really nice. I'll take some videos and put them in here at the end. Yeah, so have a wonderful week. Happy knitting, and I'll see you again when I get a chance to do a little quick podcast. Bye. And about the book I've read, go walk right through it. I'll cut this out.
Sorry.
Okay.
I'm heading out to
Okay.
the farmer.
Okay.
And I'll if you want.
Okay.
When I come back, I'm hoping you'll be done.
Oh yeah, I'm sure I will. I've got 5 minutes left, so I'm still recording. So
Sorry.
see ya. So and then the book.